Okay, let me make some things clear to you guys. The goal isn't about inflating your ego, it's about building real financial security. Here are 4 insights into why staying under the radar can yield bigger rewards in life. First, avoiding a flashy lifestyle can free you from a cycle of endless wanting. Think about this. Every time you reach a milestone like a promotion, a better car, or moving to a nicer area, you suddenly find yourself surrounded by higher expectations. It's like entering a game where the rules shift the moment you start to win. Say you finally get the car of your dreams. Initially, it feels thrilling. But then, you notice someone else's even nicer car, and that initial excitement quickly fades. This isn't just a fleeting feeling. Psychologists call it the hedonic treadmill, which means that happiness from new possessions is short-lived. Imagine being on a treadmill at the gym. No matter how fast you run, you stay in the same spot. Similarly, no matter how much you upgrade your lifestyle, your baseline happiness stays fairly constant. Studies have shown that once people's basic needs like food, shelter, and healthcare are covered, extra income has a limited impact on long-term happiness. We rapidly adapt to new wealth, and what was once thrilling becomes the new normal, making us want even more. Think about the last time you upgraded your phone. At first, it's exciting to play around with the new features, but soon enough, you're already thinking about the next version. And this cycle doesn't just happen with phones, it extends to cars, homes, clothes, and even social status. Social media magnifies this urge, with reports from Money Plus Advice indicating that social media often leads people to spend more than necessary as they try to match the lifestyles they see online. Constant posts of others' latest purchases can create pressure, pushing people to keep up appearances they might not otherwise prioritize. When you opt out of this appearance-based competition, it's like stepping off that endless treadmill. This choice can bring an inner peace that surpasses the short-lived excitement of keeping up appearances. Second, chasing appearances can rob you of freedom. Maybe you're working in a high-paying field like corporate law, where there's a certain pressure to look the part. You're expected to wear designer clothes, drive a luxury car, and own all the latest gadgets. On the surface, you look successful, but deep down, you might feel stuck in a job that doesn't actually bring you joy. You're constantly buying things, hoping that each new purchase will bring happiness or make the job feel worth it. But instead, you find yourself trapped in a cycle where you work to earn, spend on appearances, and repeat. Now imagine choosing to do things differently. Imagine cutting back on those luxury expenses. You decide to put your money toward education, personal growth, and building a foundation for real freedom. For 6 to 9 months, you reduce your luxury spending to zero, investing instead in skills and knowledge that align with what you're genuinely passionate about. After a period of focusing on what truly matters, you finally have the freedom to consider other options that might align better with your values and lifestyle. By redirecting your resources toward personal growth rather than appearances, you open doors that a high-paying job alone couldn't provide. This way, instead of living to impress others, you're building a life where you feel free and fulfilled. Third, living modestly keeps you out of survival mode. Albert Einstein once observed that a calm and simple life brings more joy than a success-driven one full of stress. And in today's world, financial stress is common. According to the American Psychological Association, 72% of Americans experience money-related stress at least occasionally. Similarly, a report from the UK highlights that 62% of adults frequently feel anxious about their finances. Living above one's means can create a kind of financial survival mode, where maintaining a lifestyle becomes a constant source of worry. For instance, let's say you get a raise or a bonus and decide to buy a high-end car that takes up 40% of your income. Suddenly you're dependent on that income to maintain the car and related expenses, which could become unsustainable if circumstances change. Upgrading often creates a chain reaction of new expenses, and Yahoo Finance has reported that maintaining luxury cars like BMWs or Mercedes is about 3 times as expensive as brands like Hyundai or Toyota over the first 75,000 miles. When you upgrade one thing, the associated costs also tend to rise, creating a lifestyle that requires high upkeep. The key to escaping survival mode is increasing the gap between your income and expenses. The larger that gap, the more freedom you have. This flexibility allows you to take time off, explore new opportunities, or simply live with less financial stress. Marie Kondo's KonMari method, which involves keeping only items that spark joy, can be applied to finances. When you limit spending to essentials and items that add real value, you also reduce the stress that comes with maintaining an appearance-heavy lifestyle. Instead of the fleeting thrill of a new purchase, you gain lasting peace of mind. Fourth, authentic living builds better relationships. Financial factors heavily influence relationships, with surveys showing that nearly 2/3 of people consider financial stability essential when choosing a partner. This means that by basing your self-worth on wealth or appearance, you risk attracting people who value you more for those things than for who you really are. True authenticity is at the heart of lasting relationships. The saying goes, don't show off the outside of your house, show off the inside. The outside represents what we display for the world, a show for people we don't know well, but the inside reflects who we are at our core, something we share only with family and close friends. Dostoevsky's novel The Adolescent illustrates this idea well. One character says, "If I had 100 million, I would nevertheless walk around in old clothes because my knowledge of my wealth would suffice." This captures the essence of true wealth. It's less about flaunting it, and more about the confidence and security that come with it. Many wealthy individuals embrace simplicity, understanding that true worth comes from within. These 4 points reveal that living modestly, or looking poor, can lead to a more peaceful, meaningful life. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. See you in the next one.